Well, I'm back again today. We are planning. Started about 4 o'clock. Hour and a half later, and I said I wanted to be planning, but I'm planning. Just ready to go down. Of course, all kind of issues getting started. VRT maps were not put in, so I had to down an hour and a half for that. Had a liquid row. Had 4 rows plugged up. Would not clean out. They cleaned out easy. One row was being a pain. Took the screens out 3 times. Cleaned it. Cleaned everything else out. And it started finally. So don't know why. Everything was clean, but yeah, it was being a pain. So it took forever. In that meantime, the guy come out and put the scripts in. The script for the field. All we're going to plant is here. Ground temp on the furrow, whatever you want to call it, precision, the smart firmers, 60.4 degrees, was at 62 earlier. I mean, it's 5 o'clock now, so I mean, it's, should be okay. I don't know. I'm still going to try planting it. I set it down 1.5 inches. I would have had it set for 1 3/4 inches. Backed it down. We've planted a lot of corn 1.5 inches. So that's the shallowest. That's the shallowest that we will go. And I kind of did that here, the tiled ground. I don't know. I did it last year the same way. Just kind of you're going over the mounds and all that. So I did that as well. I went ahead and thought, well, I'll just leave this 1.5 inches, and it will be okay. And I'm happy with the depth. I'm fine with it. No big deal. Cooler weather coming, so I'm rolling with it. Everybody's different. When we go out to our blacker ground, we do plant 2 inches deep. That's just, we always do. Blacker ground dries out. I'm not too worried about this. I'm just kind of worried about getting its peak units, and I'm not under 1.5 inches, so I'm not too worried about it. And the seat guy said roll on. So that's where I would set it right now. Said you're gonna cool weather coming. Said it'll get going. Checking depth earlier, making sure everything is going right as it should. Things all look good. I got a row 8 that shows it's planting low by about 500. I've cleaned the sensor and all that, so I made it to where I would run out of corn in this 30-acre field. So I want to see how it's doing, and I don't want to have a bunch of corn left over. I got 13 bags on the planter. Showed it would take 12.5, so I got, give or take. So I could have put in 1 extra bag on each side. I should have. I didn't. So I just want to put 5 and 5 in. See where I got and go from there. So I can always put them in real quick. And that half bag I'll just kind of split and get me done and all that. Left a little spot for sweet corn patch over next to my in-law's house. So I always used to plant sweet corn here. So I'm going to do it again. Will not be planting it now. I am not going to plant it. It has the cool weather right now. Planted our garden Tuesday. So I'm not. But yeah, this sweet corn sucks anyway, let alone high price Roundup Ready sweet corn. It's not cheap, so will not plant it. I got a garden tiller I can bring, tractor tiller I can bring over here, till it up and plant it anytime. Do the same for a landlord, but hopefully we can get a good 5 or 6 day window and I can plant all his corn at one time, sweet corn and all, and be done. So that is kind of my thing, get all it done at one time. Sorry, I need to adjust my phone in my cradle because it's kind of going down on me, I think. But just a quick update. But due to tiling the field, we did not do a full VRT plan on this. Next to the woods here, we made it 28,000, and everywhere else, woods and the hills. I got a kind of small hillside, kind of. Even up with my in-law's house, so everything from there we went 28, and then everything out in the middle we went 34, 65, 95 caps what we're planting. I'm running 6 gallon of starter per acre, running 918.9, I believe it's 2 gallon of it, I think, Ascend, and we are running a generic Capture LFR. I want to say Bifuran, I think, but I can't say exactly. Capture is just way too high, so using Bifuran. And I think some zinc, corn mix. I'd have to look at the paper in my truck, something like that, but that's what we're running. I was going to add BioSweet to this, which is basically sugar, carbose. Didn't. I thought about it too late. For our corn on corn, I will run carbos with it. I do think it pays. Kind of feeding the microbes, and the corn stalks where the more microbes are. Ran some on beans last year, and we'll also do some in with the wide drop or side drip application with tractor bar. We'll do that as well. So kind of got some options, kind of playing with stuff still here. The nitrogen was done here in the fall, all ammonia, and we'll come back with 28 bar and or a wide drop application. I'm not sure which. Have not got, kind of up in the air on getting somebody to wide drop it. Our other guys have kind of slowed down and kind of called it quits, and I understand. So maybe doing it with a tractor bar this year. I got a neighbor to my west of me that may do it as well. Just kind of wait and see. Maybe just kind of pick a select few acres, the prime acres, and kind of go from there. It's kind of my hope. Maybe get somebody to do at least a couple hundred acres, something like that. Do the prime acres and call it good. I am bouncing up over the tile lines, as you can tell. What I can tell, the two passes I made at an angle earlier when I was over here, cannot tell a bit of difference in them at all. I think if it would have been worked ahead of a rain, say a half-inch rain, I think that would have made a big difference as to kind of settle that dirt down a little bit and kind of worked it twice more. Would have been great. Didn't happen last year, didn't happen this year. It's kind of what you get, you roll with. But I do think that does help a lot. I noticed that when I topped some other ground, that I do think that helps a bunch. I mean, just kind of the luck of the draw. I'm not going to wait. If it don't make it, I guess I'll be able to work it again and say if it helped or not. But I hope it makes it. That's my ultimate goal, to make it and be fine. And we have some early corn to chew on. Go from there. And it's going to be warm again next week. I did see that. I think they're saying from 2/10 to 4/10 now, mainly Sunday now, so and I just seen on a Facebook post a nearby weather guy, and I had to look at my weather app I paid for. They're saying it could be a record high on Friday of 83. So basically it'll have some darn good heat units to it. Hopefully we'll get it going, and basically its first drink of water will not be ice cold, and it'll at least be started. And hopefully if it does rain, it's just a couple tenths or a tenth or so, and nothing to hurt anything, and just keep on rolling and go. Uncle is blading out some ditches, putting them out. The other hired man is working some ground down. We're unsure what to do. We don't want to work a bunch open, but we're working quite a bit. We've got another Saturday. I'm going to probably go west. There's a 21, 48, and a 62 out there that we can work and cut open. I do kind of want to work it open. It just always dries. We always say it dries better. Will not work it to still seed bed it. Just it's going to get cool. I just don't want to plant something in cold weather and cooler weather. I want to open it back up and kind of get it to warm back up a little bit quicker, and that seems to help a lot. That's where we stand. I'm running about 5.3, 5.4. That's all I'm doing here. Just kind of letting it take its time. The good ride's bouncing around 90, 97, now 93 there, 93 to 99. Like I said, you're bouncing over these tile lines every 33 foot. Ain't much you can do about it. Just kind of going with the flow. It'll be just fine. But I'm anxious to see if there any settling we get a little shower, a half-inch rain or inch. I think it'll be some holes, but ain't much you can do about it. But if I also row crop cultivate it too, and I may row crop cultivate it, I intend to row crop cultivate it. I always kind of do, it's my plan. Cultivating, we always say pays. Maybe it's just us, but we've always seen it's always paid quite well. We just run 1-inch spikes is all we run. We're just wanting to stir the dirt. So that's all we're after. When I get the field done, I will be calling my co-op to have them spray the chemical. This year we changed our corn chemical all around, and we're going to using Bayer's Tri-Volt. So we'll be giving it a try and see what we think of it. Looks pretty good, sounds pretty good. We've always used a burn down in the spring ahead. and then came back with a pre-chemical or the post-chemical. Those will be something new, but we've kind of seen a few things though that over time that we've kind of had to mix with some chemical, kind of burning some corn, and you know it's got to set it back. So Tri-Volt, we're saving a burn down trip and just going to run everything else. Just going to run everything with the Tri-Volt after we plant. So that's kind of what we're moving to. Sounds pretty good. My Bayer rep has been pretty proud of it. I've been pretty proud of it. So I'm going to put them to the test. But I think it's pretty good, what articles we've seen on it. So be a true test to it. I'm anxious to see in the fall what we see of it. But I think it'll be a good test, so we shall see. Now, one thing that I have noticed, never going to put my finger on it, but we've noticed that our corn stalks always do stay cleaner in the spring. Maybe that's due to some chemicals still in the ground. So I'm anxious to see on Tri-Volt if that does the same thing. Just kind of something I thought about there yesterday, working corn stalks across this holler here. So it makes you see that. So really anxious to see that. I mean, not saying it's good for the environment, but just kind of one thing that I have kind of noticed. Now I haven't noticed it in the last couple of years. Haven't really been a late spring, but just kind of noticed that it has really shown in time. So, but that's kind of where I'm going to end this. I guess I'll end this video kind of right there at that point. So I hope you all have a good night and enjoy. Tomorrow I'll be back working ground.